When did you realize that you could pursue skateboarding in a professional manner?
It started off pretty early. I mean, I was lucky that I came in at the right time, kind of, because the community was pretty strong, and the skateboarding culture is, I would say, that's one of the best cultures out there, because it's really open. It doesn't matter where you're from, how old you are, how you dress. They just took me with them. I was 9, the other ones were probably 25.
Yeah.
And we were all just a happy group that just enjoyed the activity of skateboarding. And so they started taking me with them on local competitions. And later, I was probably 13. That was, 12. That was my first time on an international competition.
Whereabouts was that?
That was in France.
Okay, yeah.
And then, it kind of all started from there. I got my first international sponsor.
Which sponsor was that?
That was a brand called Rusty.
Yeah.
That was me.
I remember that.
Yeah. So that was really really cool. And then I remember I went with a guy called Leif Christian Torvik, and he was like my road dad.
Yeah.
So that was really cool. So we had a tour in France where we skated Marseille, like a really cool skate park.
That's also something I've been wondering about, sort of how your journey with snowboarding evolved alongside skateboarding. When did you pick up snowboarding, and how did they sort of co-evolve alongside each other over the years?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy. I mean, skateboarding was summer and snowboarding was winter. I went to stand on a board on each season. Snowboarding started when I was on a winter holiday with my parents at Hovden. And I just saw someone sliding sideways on snow. It wasn't skateboard, and because I started snowboarding when I was 10. So 1 year later, I just saw those guys riding down the slopes, and I want to try that. And so we rented a board, and I got hooked on that too. So I remember later that season, I was just like barging to my parents, and I want a snowboard. And then it's like, okay, I'm gonna go down and make a snowboard. So I went down to the basement, and we made a snowboard out of like a wooden plank.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with the cross-country bindings on.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was doing that every day when it was snow in Stavanger on that board. until I got a real one.
Oh, I love the ingenuity, just making your own board.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, we before there was wakeboards, we made our own. We call it a waterboard. So we made it with some planks from our cabin under the terrace. We found some planks and found some ropes, and just tied it to the boat, and it could barely stand, but it was because the engine wasn't big enough. But it was just this makeshift solution. It's I can relate.
It's really nice. Yeah.
1 year later, you started with snowboarding, and you had this makeshift board. When did you sort of purchase, or maybe you got it for Christmas or something? When did you get your own?
That was later that year when I was 10, and then we just some weekends we went to Sirdalen, the local mountain. So I wanted to go up there every weekend, which was nice. And a lot of the people I met in skateboarding also went snowboarding, so they started to take me with them too when they went up on night riding or in the weekends.
Yeah.
And then I got really fast into it, and I remember my first trip with snowboarding international was when I was 13, and that was with my sponsor Burton snowboards. We went to I think it was Val d'Isère, I think. Yeah, that was a crazy experience. Never seen that big mountains. I was just so excited. I got height sick, Yeah. Because I was just so excited about snowboarding. I just didn't drink any water. I was just like snowboarding all the time. And I remember we lived in a bunker, which was a interesting place. That was a great experience.
Just rewinding a little bit, you said you went on this trip with your sponsor, Burton. Sort of how did that come to pass? How did they sort of pick you up, or how does that sponsorship came to be?
It started in Sirdalen. And one of the guys in the snowboarding and skate community in Stavanger knew some people in Burton in Europe. So he was just talking to them and told there was a guy that could be interesting for you guys. And, so I got contacted from them, and it's just
they come and do scouting then, or like see you in the slopes for like a period of time, or how does it work?
No, they've been seeing some film, I think.
Okay,
yeah, I can't remember exactly how it was, but I think that was one of the trips to Val d'Isère, kind of like a scouting, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. I can definitely imagine that there was a lot of people in the skateboarding community was also snowboarding, and then you sort of you bond during summer skateboarding, you bond during winter snowboarding.
Yeah.
In both cases, there's a lot of similarities, obviously, between skateboarding and snowboarding, and I would imagine there's also some, cross-pollination of skills. You learn one trick on skateboarding, and then it's somehow transferable over to snowboarding. Maybe you can speak to that.
Definitely. It's a lot of similarities, skateboarding and snowboarding. And I was doing skateboarding and snowboarding 50-50 for a long time, which was really nice, because then I compete in both and got on a big, like a good level in both snowboarding and skateboarding. And I think when I was 16, the level in snowboarding and skateboarding started to get so high that I kind of got pushed into to kind of choose which one am I going to go for. And then the sponsors had a big say in that decision as well.
Okay, yeah.
So I ended up changing my sponsors to a company called Quicksilver, because they did skateboarding and snowboarding.
And surfing as well.
And surfing as well. So it was easier to kind of, but it ended up in the end to be more snowboarding, which was really nice. And for sure I traveled with skateboard in my bag all the time, because the level got so high you couldn't be away for a half year.
Yeah, it required more focus.
A lot more focus, and you had to snowboard in the summers as well. So we usually went to New Zealand.
Yeah, how's the conditions in New Zealand?
Really nice.
I guess, I mean, it's a place that most people, I guess, don't think about as like a snowboarding or skiing destination. Same with Australia, but I know they have mountains there. So, I mean,
yes.
Maybe you could sort of paint a picture for us.
It's a really nice place for snowboarding and skiing. Like a lot of national teams go down there to a place called Wanaka. And that's like a small little village, and they have really good resorts.
Yeah.
But it's really weird coming from summer, and there's like, you had a summer for 2 months, and then you're going to go back to winter again.
Yeah.
But it's nice. New Zealand is a nice country.
There's a lot of extreme sports in New Zealand. So I would imagine there's a big community for, skateboarding, snowboarding, all kinds of like action sports.
Yes, definitely. There is some good athletes from New Zealand, and one of the best ones right now is from Australia.
Oh, really?
Snowboarding, yeah, and skateboarding. So they have a lot of good action sports athletes.
If you appreciated that, then click here for more content like this. Go on, click it. And don't forget to subscribe. Be well.